going to show you a cat-cow mobility exercise that's also really good for kind of retraining what's called the STNR, the symmetrical tonic neck reflex. But it looks like a cat-cow that you might see in a yoga class. I want you to think a little bit differently than just doing it for like mobility. Not that that's bad, because it's still good. But if you use your connection between your brain and your body, you're going to get a little bit more out of this exercise. And then I'm going to show you step 2 for the same exercise with another couple of options. So I'm going to show you the base cat-cow, and then I'm going to add on what we then build into would be more of the STNR reflex. So what you want to do is be up just on your hands and knees. The key is here is that your back kind of starts in neutral. Some people have a really hard time knowing where neutral is. So I'll tell people to tuck their bum under and then arch the back, but then find the middle, okay? Sometimes just holding that position, keeping your head down, is actually where we start. Figure out where neutral is, okay? The first thing we want to do is think about what we use when we go to move. Don't just move and get the movement done. It's about thinking about how you get there, okay? So you'll notice that my hands are directly underneath my shoulders and my knees are directly underneath my hips. My feet are relaxed. You're going to look up with your head and your bum is going to go up because my belly button goes down. So it's like you arch the back. In order to do that, I think about using my lower back muscles, and that should connect all the way up to the neck muscles. So if I go look up, I think about all the muscles on the back of my spine, basically from my tailbone up almost to my neck. Shouldn't be wicked hard, but you'll work them a little bit, not painfully, just a little bit on. While you're doing that, you're breathing in, okay? So the first part is looking up, belly button goes down, head goes up. I breathed in. Now you go the other way. I think about turning my muscles of my stomach on as my head gently lowers. As I did that, I think of my belly and lowering my head controlled, still using my back of my neck, but I'm also breathing out, okay? So it's gonna look like this. I breathe in, I look up, I feel my back muscles all the way up to my neck a little bit. I breathe out, I turn my muscles of my front on, my head controls down. I breathe in, I look up, on my back, they're all on, breathe out, I control lower down, and I tuck my belly in. Now, that might just be where you're at. That might just be the cat-cow, and that's where you stop this video. If I'm giving it to you and I'm saying, now go to level 2, this is the next level. You'll keep that same position. You'll do the same movements, nothing changes, but there's a little bit more of a movement sitting back on your heels. So I do the same thing. I breathe in, I arch, my back's on. I keep my head where I stayed to start, but I bend my knees, I sit back down. Then I lower my head, I turn my belly on, I come forward, I might even add in a little elbow bend. Then I straighten, I turn everything on my back, I keep my head still. I did breathe in there, I'm talking, so it's hard, but you're supposed to breathe in there. Then I breathe out, I curl my belly up as my head dropped, and then I allow my elbows to bend. That might be level 2. Now level 3, if I'm giving this to you for level 3, is when you start to use your eyes to fixate on a distant object away. So I might see something on my wall, or I might see a picture frame, or I put something on my wall so I have something to look at. And then as I'm sitting back on my heels, my eyes have to slowly kind of part because I'm getting farther away from that object. And then what you would do is then have something maybe between your hands or your belly somewhere. You would look at that spot, so your eyes have to then come closer. And then you would sit back up and they'd go far. So it would look like this. This is level 3, nothing before that. So you're looking up, my head goes up. I pick that spot on the wall. I keep my head up, my back stays arched, I've got a little bit further. Then I go down, I look at something here, maybe a word on a sticky note. I keep my eyes on that. As I come forward, I now land my eyes between my hands because it moves, and I allow the elbows to bend. So up, I'm going to go much faster. Staying put in my eyes, lower down, find it. Maybe my sticky note is now here, and I have to bring my eyes so they get closer when they're between my hands. That's something we would play with in the clinic, but that would be the full level.